Oh, excuse me. Greetings everybody and welcome back to The Sims 3 Through the Generations. How are we all doing today? We're back with everyone's favourite new arrival to Sunset Valley, which is Mr. Petrenko here. If you do like the series here and you've been following along, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. Those three things really help me out. And also hit that notification bell, otherwise you don't get told when I upload. Excellent. So yeah, I do have a rather busy weekend coming up, so I thought I would get ahead of the curve and get another episode out for you guys before I have to disappear for a few days. Not that you guys aren't used to that. I am probably notorious for taking hiatuses at the moment. My apologies for that. So we join Boris after what was probably one of the worst Christmas parties I think he's ever attended, or at least one of the most boring. He did a bit of dancing with Blair for about half an hour and then he was out of there, so that's good, isn't it? Anyway, Boris is getting ready for his last day at work for the week, so he's going to go whip himself up a fruit parfait. Because he is hungry this morning. Very, very hungry. Now we're going to work on getting Boris to take the next step in his life. I feel the time is probably right. There we go. He's actually having breakfast on time today, which makes a change. There you go. You tuck into that fruit parfait. You've earned it. Excellent. Yeah, don't bother with the mail, just go straight to work. Because Boris has taken a bit of a few days of slacking and has ended up damaging his work performance quite substantially, which we need to work on ASAP. There we go. Excuse me. So I still have the very, very end of the second, well, technically third bout of flu I've had in 3 months. It's getting to be really frustrating at the moment. So let's have him give a few lectures and get that rating up just a little bit higher. As usual, he is the first one in, I want to call it the office, but he doesn't work in an office. Boris is a high school teacher. He does, in fact, teach. He is an educator at the end of the day. But I've been keen to not have him get promoted too high, because at the moment we have ageing switched off, but that is due to be switched back on, ideally at the end of this episode. But because Boris has entered the neighbourhood as an adult, I didn't really want to put him in here and then give him a disadvantage where he has to catch up and come into himself, as it were. So I turned ageing off to get Boris established, and then once we've got him where he should be, we're going to put ageing back on, and then we will go from there. I am using the NRAS story progression mod, as well as Overwatch and the Woohooer mod, and I think I had Karma Simtra sat around, which has caused a few side effects, but Karma Simtra just decides to choose when it works and choose when it doesn't, so I don't really have as much control over Karma Simtra as I thought I'd like. Essentially what it does, it makes woohooing a skill. That's essentially what that does. The only major changes I've done with the Woohooer mod is that I've enabled teenage woohoo, but I've turned off the woohoo with teen to adult, because I feel that is not appropriate, doubly not appropriate for a YouTube run of this game. Plus as well, there's not really much point anyway, because you can't get the same dynamic if you have one teenage sim and one adult sim. It's going to fuck with the story progression because they're in different stages of life. So even if I wanted to turn that on, it's just not very good from a storytelling perspective. There we go. That's got his performance back up a little bit. So we have a few people skiving from school there. Not a problem. Now, Boris worked very hard today, so he's a wee bit stressed out. Go and get your mail before you go inside. Let's have a look. What have we got? I find you attractive but can't tell you in person. From Emma Sharma. And from Jamie Jolina Frio. These two people are married. Go away. Boris does not need your affection. Now he's going to play some computer games here. He really needs to get that fun back up. There you go. Just get yourself up to entertained at least before we take the next step. That's it. Get himself having a blast. Now we are going to get Boris to put in a call and invite over his lovely girlfriend Madison, or Maddie as I call her myself, but it is Madison. And see if she'll be happy to come on over. I mean, he hasn't seen her, I think, all week. Sorry, I don't feel like coming over right now. Oh, it's going to be one of those days for Boris, isn't it? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Boris, but it's no dice. Just go and have some dinner instead. You haven't had a grilled salmon. Who's that? Nancy Landgrab would like to know if Boris Petrenko would like to go on a date. No, he would not. Boris is taken. In case you don't know, he has the eternally faithful moodlet for a reason, because Boris is an eternally faithful gentleman. And his phone is ringing again. So there is a reason I switched off the phone. Well, I didn't switch it off, but I silenced it because it was ringing all the time. Oh yes, Gus has a party going on just round the corner. But Boris isn't really much of a party guy. He's quite reserved. Boris is a loner. He's a bit of a genius and a computer whiz. Likes to read and play his instruments, so he kind of has a quota for social activities. A bit like myself in real life. In real life I would describe myself as a bit of a loner. I do like to be around people, don't get me wrong, but there gets to a point where I call it peopled out, i.e. if I've gone to a social function, a party, a nightclub, pub, whatever, there gets to a point where I've interacted socially enough and I'm like, right, I'm done now. I finished socialising. I need to go home and get my spoons back, as it were. Oh, bless. Well, Boris will probably have to wait till tomorrow for what he wants to do. But he can keep his house clean while he's doing it. There we go. Keep the house nice and clean. And I suppose you can try and be a little bit productive in the meantime. Mystery books are worth a lot. You can write satire. Because he's written 3 humour books now, he can write satire. Okay, so what would be a fun name for a satirical book? Computerism and you. That sounds like something from the Fallout universe, I'm not going to lie. That sounds like a terrible US Army training manual or something like that. This will bring his fun down a little bit, but he's already having a blast. Boris will be fine. I won't do this for too long because he does need to get some sleep. He was up pretty early for work. But it's a good start to a day. There you go. He's getting tired now. And he's knocking knocking through that novel pretty quickly. Must be said. Okay, so Boris can go to bed now. And what I will do as well is I'll see you in the morning. So let me just pause for you here. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Boris is rising again. This is one of the few times that my sim is not starving. In the morning here. Keep saying that these two cannot find a house. I don't know why, because there are actually quite a few affordable starter houses in the neighbourhood, but for some reason they're just not moving into them, so that is kind of their own fault. There we go, let's get some more fruit parfait for a morning. This is cooking going up particularly. Oh yeah, his cooking's going up. He is close to being a master at that at the moment, so that's good. And again, the phone is ringing. There is nothing that can stop Boris's phone from ringing. It's pretty insane, to be honest. Now let's see if we can give Maddie a call and see if she'll come over today. It is the weekend after all. But she is, if you don't know, she is in the criminal path, which is kind of funny. The fact that we have a school teacher wanting to, well, he is the girlfriend to a criminal. Whether or not Boris canonically knows this at this point. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Now can we invite over Maddie? Yay! She'll come over. Fantastic. No, I already have a feeling I know how this encounter is going to go. Oh, and get dressed, Boris. Come on now. You're not a barbarian. Now, Boris is at the moment having a distinct lack of fun, so... Strange. There we go. Give her a flirtatious greet. It's not an outing, it is a date. No bills today. That's what we like to see. There you go. Come on inside. Oh, do I have to invite her inside? No, I don't. That's fine. Let's go watch TV. Get in out of the cold. It's freezing. Tell you what, she does love Boris's computer. Every time she comes over, she goes straight to the computer to have fun. Of course, she's clumsy. She's a clumsy woman.
Novina Yang, Katabwa. Street. Vizno.
Why are you sat like over here? Come on. Come on now, scoot up. There you go, scoot up. That's better. Oh, look at that. The phone's ringing again.
Yay, boo. Ertz no.
Also, why are we watching the Weather Channel? Let's watch a romantic show. That's a little bit more fitting. I mean, what better is there to do on a really cold winter night when it's 1 degree outside? I say 1 degree because I'm using Celsius because I'm not a barbarian. Excuse me.
Nargle.
Now, we should probably make her something to eat. I mean, it's coming to lunch. I don't know if she had breakfast. Leftovers. Must have put a plate away. Let's serve some lunch. Just make some peanut butter and jelly. I'll leave her watching TV. Go on, Boris. Go and be a gentleman. Go make her some lunch. Because one thing I notice is that if I feed my partner, she's often happier. Don't ever neglect lunch or dinner. Because a fed partner is a happy partner. I definitely know if I feed my partner, she is a very happy woman. And know a few good recipes. This is literal life advice here. You can make sure you got a few good recipes. Yeah, call her up to a meal. So you don't know whether she's eating or not. Granted, Boris really doesn't need to eat, but it is some good food.
Ya blog. We boofa.
Yeah, you don't need to eat that. You are full already, my friend. You are full. Oh, he's already feeling it. I think he got shot down there. But without even prompting, he wanted to go for the woohoo. It is one of his goals, after all. So why not? Let's let him do it. Besides, he hasn't seen her for like a whole week. Why shouldn't he? Total bugs. I mean, that one's an easy one to fulfill. Still think that the night where Madison lies there just does not suit her at all. Let's just do a quick fade to black. No, I'm joking, we don't need to do that. Oh! Sounded like it happened twice there. There we go. Oh, look, Karma Simtra's... Oh, no. I think Karma Simtra wants to work. Give her an amorous hug. Hey, come on, you can just have a very nice experience. Oh, that was the wish. I mean, we can promise a great date. I think he's pretty much there already. Proposed marriage. They don't even live together yet. But speaking of which, that kind of is. It's about time to do that. So, I think I'm on the wrong dynamic here. Oh. She's being best girlfriend ever for Boris here. I'll give him a massage. That's it. Very, very nice of you. Normally it's supposed to be the other way around, but I'm all for equality. Have a pillow fight. Go on. Go and have a pillow fight. This is your time to be goofy. Because if you're not goofy after you go and do woohoo, what can you do? See, pillow fights are not just for kids. I mean, this is a pretty cool screenshot to get right here. So let's grab one. That's a little bit better. At least they're smiling in that one. So if I tag that right there, that is our screenshot. Unless I get a better opportunity, of course.
Oh! Huh? Oh!
I mean, this does look like fun.
Medina Yib.
Oh, bless. Study together. Yeah. So I think you have to take the dynamic from flirtatious to friendly to get the asked to move in. There is roommates, but I do want to make it proper.
Ibuka. Awatamu Aniba Dao Vodiat.
Zob Degaligam.
Arbo Kanansi.
Galava. Melaga. Twiz and Gum.
Grimlig Luke.
There we go. Now that he's up at being friendly, we have asked to move in, which is what we're going to do. I mean, they've had lots of dates already. I think they're on their 8th date or something now. I think it's time to make the move. So it's just going to be these two. Just to check, is any funds coming across? No, I think it is literally just that, which is fine with me. Oh no, there will be 5,000 coming across. That will certainly help. That's it. Wait for it. And we're in business. So there we go. We now have the loving couple moved in together. This is was his home. Now it's their home. Decided it was time for a change and just moved houses. Wait, is she anxious to advance? Of course, yes, she's ambitious. She does want to move up in her career. She's a level 5 in the criminal career, but she works normal hours. Bagwim is an integral part of the heist, which means bigger payout and more risk. Your accomplices need to be able to trust you now that you're on the ground floor. Hold the bag tightly and never ever let go. I don't know. I mean, he would definitely find out now. Work out until fatigued. I mean, I guess we can roll with it for now, but she might want to seek a more honest career eventually. Just interested here because she's obviously in the same room as Boris, but he's got nicely decorated and she has beautifully decorated. So I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that because there are no mirrors in this room. I mean, it could be something to do with the excitable. Clumsy, yes, she is very clumsy. We'll do work out till fatigued. We'll work with this for now, but I have a feeling she might want to seek a slightly more honest career. And she does have a car, so we now have a car parked here. Well, would you look at that? The two lovebirds have moved in. I mean, this is just the start of the fun. Okay, that's one of his wishes, immediately fulfilled. Oh, bless him. They finally made them move. They're so sweet. Now they can go and have some good fun. So let's go and let's go make a snowman. I mean, it is winter. That's what you do. You've got to go and love life, haven't you? Now, because they have moved in together, I feel now is a good time to put on aging. Now, this is my setup. I have it on long lifespan. I mean, obviously, if you have epic, they basically live borderline forever. I'm not interested in quite that long. But I think normal is just a little bit too short. So I go for long lifespan. I mean, you can do short, where everything is like a day. But no, I like a long lifespan. So we're going to have aging is now switched on. High free will. That will be... I think that's just for the sim that you have selected. But I'm going to leave it on high anyway, because if I'm not focusing on one particular sim, I want the others to be able to live life like they would anyway. So apply changes. So aging is now switched on. So we are now on a time limit to get these two through life. Oh, going out in your normal clothes. It is literally 0 degrees outside. It's almost sub-zero. Oh, for you Americans, it's 32 Fahrenheit. And they've gone out in their casual clothes. She must be freezing. She wants to learn how to garden. Why not? She can pick up some new skills. Being around an intellectual, she's bound to be a bit curious. Wow, going out in the garden has really inspired her. Role in university. Their priorities at the moment are each other. Not education. After all, he literally teaches in a school. He couldn't be any closer to education if he tried. I think you can learn how to make different types of snowmen by doing this. There we go. Boris just discovered how to make a classic snowman. Let's build an igloo. Come on, Maddie. Come join Boris making an igloo. Have some fun. We've got to build an igloo together. Well, that's what couples do. Maybe if it snows again here, maybe me and my partner can build an igloo. We don't get enough snow in this country to build an igloo. She wants to be living in the lap of luxury. She wants to be worth 136,000 simoleons. Ah, there we go. Ooh. You can literally woohoo in the igloo. Why not? Why not? That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? Oh. I think we have another promotion in the neighbourhood. Yes, we do. There we go. Careful, Madison coming about now. Oh shit, she doesn't work normal hours. She still works in the middle of the night. Oh dear. Looks like she had some fun. So they both had fun in that igloo. Bless them. Hold hands. Oh.
Dilo? Ushru.
Look at that. Boris gives that impression to Madison. That's really sweet. Though I do wonder how you can build an igloo, go in the igloo, have a woohoo, and then somehow be wearing your pyjamas afterwards. I mean, it's still Boris's weekend, so he can probably get writing while she goes out working the night shift. Oh, I've never seen that before. Frosty face. As a reward for her unconventional approach to snow angels, Madison has a... yes. Madison has earned a face full of numb from making a snow angel face first. That's kind of funny, actually. I like that. So Madison's gonna slink off to work here. There we are. Though I really do think she should probably try and acquire some slightly more legitimate means of employment. Then again, she's starting to get the feeling of gardening, so maybe she might be able to give that up and pursue her dream if she really enjoys gardening. I mean, definitely not in this weather though. But it is spring tomorrow. Is it a new start? I reckon she will probably get promoted. Do a side job. Practice illicit activities. Grovel to your leader. Now go and work hard. You can do that for a little while. And that's a perfectly timed aspiration to get there. Boris is getting a little bit tired, so he's going to go and turn in. It is nearly midnight after all. Midnight is about when I go to bed these days, in real life. And she won't be home till the morning. But I reckon she might get that promotion. Yeah, I reckon she's got this in the bag. She got raised to 57 an hour. Her mood is very quickly going downhill though. Ouch. But she'll be home soon. There we are. She's now a con woman, or con artist, if you want to use the neutral word for it. 68 an hour, and still works in the middle of the damn night. Boss was insane. Another criminal crime lord that was showing him how powerful he was. Pulled lever opened a trapdoor under Madison that would have dropped her into a pit of lobsters. Luckily, Madison was athletic enough to jump away before falling. The boss was impressed and gave her a raise. On top of the promotion. Impressive. But you definitely need to find some different employment, my dear. You know, you're not the quick flying bachelor anymore. You do need to get yourself some. What's that? Bachelorette. That's the word I'm looking for. You're not so much a bachelorette anymore, my dear. As I say, she might really enjoy gardening. She might decide to go self-employed. Right, how long have we got? So Madison has 39 days before she becomes an adult. And so does Boris here. So they are both the same age. That's quite promising. Boris is definitely going to be awake first. He got quite a few hours head start on their sleeping. Also, since that is Madison's car, we are going to make that her preferred vehicle. So she will drive that to and from places now. Go and clean that up. And then serve some breakfast. Your partner could really do with some food. What bills have we got here? No bills. It's quite surprising. I was expecting some bills to come through. Yeah, Boris being nice. Gonna go make her some pancakes for breakfast. I remember in the original Sims, I think if you made food, the other Sims in the house would wake up because they could like smell the food. I thought that was quite interesting. I might be misremembering, you know. I mean, I don't know. But I was actually playing the original Sims the other day, and such a nostalgia trip, I must admit. Yeah, you need different gainful employment. She's off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Well, she'll always be off Thursday anyway, because it's national holiday every week. And he can go and grab a shower while he's waiting. Oh wow, she's sleeping rather. I was about to say, I thought he'd gotten dressed for work. I'm like, you don't need to get dressed for work, mate. And you continue writing. I mean, it is still your weekend, so... There you go, £2.5 grand from royalties. They've got a nice little nest egg behind them now. I mean, they could literally do anything they like. I was about to make her do another portion, but she can go and grab a plate. Check the weather. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can go and check the weather. I do also understand that she would like to exercise until fatigued. Which, as far as I'm aware, she can do. She can actually work out her cardio in front of the TV. Do it with good pacing. How long will it take you to get fatigued? 6 PM. I mean, I think you might be late to work, but hey, that's with good pacing. Do a basic workout. That will take you to 4:30. Oh, that won't make you late for work. What am I on about? I do also have to remember that Boris has quite a few lifetime rewards here. He's got a number. She does not, because Sims that don't live in your household don't accrue those points, I don't think. Let's put those leftovers away, because it'll save us having to cook up more later. I think you have like 5 dishes out of one of those. Or more, in fact. Play hopscotch with Zelda, well, Zelda may, but crumple bottom steel. No, you will not be playing hopscotch. And while she's busy doing that, Boris is going to go and go get a surprise for us. He's going to go and shop for some books. He's going to go shopping. He's going to leave Maddie at home here to do her thing. So here's something I wish was a real life thing, right? She's been working out in front of the TV for probably about 2 game hours. Or 3 game hours. Her body shape has drastically changed. Oh. I wish I could change my body shape that quickly, I tell you. So he is going to go and buy her a present, which is all of the gardening books that he can get his hands on. There we go. So he's going to bring that back. She's going to be really happy. Got some gardening books. Give that as a gift. And then head home. I mean, she is working out for a lot longer than I can. I get about 100 yards up the road and I'm tired. Ooh, you've got some bad food in here. That's it. What have we got in the mail today? Gift from Agnes, Joecaster, letter from Morgana, letter from Susan, a gift from Vita, gift from Dory. But Boris is eternally faithful. So if you go to Madison here, she's got a cheating reputation. Because if you look on Madison's memories here, so right at the beginning she obviously joined the criminal career. That was when the neighbourhood first was born. Went to work, visited the park, art gallery, got a promotion, all that kind of stuff. This is all quite normal. Went to a protest. I didn't see that one, I'll be honest. First kiss. Doesn't say who with, pretty sure. First date with Boris. First kiss with Benjamin Harvey. So, Boris was her first kiss, by the look of it. Which then obviously created a romantic interest with Boris. Went on a first date, 28 days ago. Then the next day, kissed this fella, Benjamin Harvey. Which, if you remember a few episodes before, when he went out on a date with her to the park, and that guy just came up and started having a huge Barney with Madison, and I was like, who the hell is this guy? That's because she was technically, by game standards, two-timing. She had a romantic interest with both people. And she went on a date with him as well. Then, page 3, had second date. Obviously, woohoo. Like fourth date, third date, all that kind of stuff. So, I think the reason she has that reputation is more a matter of inconvenient timing, more than anything. But hey. Let's see what she has. I think she's got a few... yeah, she's got a few people here that she can rely on. And she is now fatigued, so that is a goal well achieved. And she wants to level up her athletics, which we'll happily give her the opportunity to do. She will be going to work in a little bit, which is understandable. I mean, she actually makes decent money as a criminal here, but again, I do want to get her gainfully employed elsewhere. Once she gets out of the shower, we'll give her those gifts. I say, she wants to learn the gardening skill, and the gardening skill she will learn. It looks like she is not as virtuoso as Boris. She does not sing in the shower. I wish she's gotten changed into her pyjamas. Like, you're going to work in a little bit. So we go Watering Can Chronicles and gift her that book.
Now the Lord.
And then give another gift. And another gift.
Voo.
Oh! Korsnaven! Urbanise.
There we go. That's 3 beautiful gifts for her to sink her teeth into. How excellent is that? So beautiful. But yes, she has work very shortly. So you best do some last minute things to get you prepared for work. You, on the other hand, you should go and play some computer games. So Boris will settle down to play his games, get himself a bit of fun, and will probably spend the rest of his evening finishing off his writing. Just going to get her a little bit of fun up so that Madison can go to work in a good mood. Might change that pyjama outfit she's wearing. Like that's something I imagine you'd wear if your sim was an elder. I think I know what I'm going to get her. I might get her the clean slate ability. Lifetime reward. How much is clean slate, I wonder? $25k. Ouch. That's tough. That is 25k just for a one-off clean slate. But hey, it happens. So, yeah. Boris here can spend his night writing. She can do business as usual. She's not exactly on great terms with her accomplices. An intake specialist. Yeah, so she's not particularly like social in the neighbourhood. But that's fine. There we go. Now hopefully you might be able to finish computerism and you tonight. May even be able to finish it before Madison gets home. Manager at the gym has challenged you to jog an hour around town. The managers of the challenge are giving you a tracking device to make sure you're actually running. Start jogging and then return the device when you're done for a cash prize. Yeah, why not? I reckon Boris might just get this published before the end here. Yeah, he's going to make it. And hopefully before he gets hungry. Again, these two just don't seem to want to move out. There we go. Oh, that looked like a big payout. Just wrote a bestseller. Fantastic. The publisher is pleased to announce Computerism and You as a bestseller. It's already dominating the sales charts. Oh yes, that's what we like to see. But you need to go to bed. I'm sure Maddie will join you when she gets home. She has a bit more energy than she did yesterday. As a con artist, it's important that you present your clients with a wide variety of poor money-making choices. Snake Oil and Other Sound Investment Strategies is a book that will get you started in the right direction. Read it and you'll earn the respect of your leader and a job performance increase. Fuck it, why not? She definitely needs to get out of this job though. She needs to be gainfully employed in something a little bit more legitimate. Oh dear. And 203. How has she only earned 203? She's been at work for 6 hours. 68 times by 6 hours should be 360 at the very least, not counting the 8 in there. More like it should be about 420 because it's nearly 70. So how she's only earned that much is a little bit of a mystery to me. There we go. Now we've got a bit of cash lying around, so I reckon we can bolster the home here. First thing I'm doing though, we're putting a dresser in their room. I'm going to move the same wood over. I'm sure it's the same anyway. Yeah, it is. It comes from the same range, but it's always best to check. I'm going to put a lamp on the other table. And we need to create an actual style for this damn room. Because it's still that old, flaky rubbish. Well, since Maddie is here, she would definitely put a little bit of a touch on this. I'm not a fan of the yellow, so let's tame down that yellow. I mean, the white seems okay. Let's make it a bit of a brown, a bit like the rest of the wood in the room. And this carpet really needs a... not an upgrade, but... let's just move the colour up, make this a bit brighter. That's it. You can tell she's putting her stamp of approval on this place. I think for the study, because this is more Boris's domain, it's likely he would copy the same style, and I'm perfectly fine with doing that for now. I do need a new bed, but of course Boris is currently sleeping in that, so there's not much I can do about that at this particular moment in time. Also, I need you to plan an outfit. That really big bulky sleepwear just does not suit her, like at all. Let's have a look at her outfits.
Bazoof Nazca.
And that's obviously her winter wear. What's her everyday like? I mean, I've seen this, but hey.
Depchagi.
Yeah, her everyday is fine. Right, haven't got any issue with that. Formal. This doesn't really matter too much.
Garava.
Yeah, I'd say that suits her. Now, the sleepwear.
Sulsul.
This needs to take a running jump, I think. What on earth is this? That looks like half magician's coat and half lingerie. What on earth is that? Oh my god. Wow, some of this stuff is pretty garish. Where did all this come from? This can't be the latest pack I downloaded. Which was the what was the pack I just downloaded? Outdoor Living, that's it. Yeah, no. Well, let's build one from scratch here. This probably looks a bit too... No, that's okay. The crown on the back just makes that. Of course it's in Simlish. Why am I even looking? Orange and blue. That would look pretty comfortable. It's not too dissimilar to what I know a few women that I know wear to sleep. Athletic. Haven't got an issue with that. Swimwear. Now here's the thing, who wears sunglasses? Who wears sunglasses to a swimming pool? when the track moves on to another one, it does just default back to its full volume. That's a little bit better. I just didn't think that pyjama set suited her in any way, so I had to change that. There we go. That looks a little bit more normal for an adult, I think. I say that big, thick dressing gown is definitely what I imagine my grandmother to wear. Let me skip forward to the morning here. Okay, it is 6 o'clock in the morning in their newly decorated bedroom here. Boris is just rising. We had a brief smattering of hailstones during the night, and Boris is not particularly fully rested, but he's as good as. He doesn't really have time to cook, but he does have some leftover pancakes, which he'll be happy to eat before he goes to work. And of course, Madison is fast asleep after coming back from her job as a con artist. But I swear to God, con artists don't work exclusively at night. Con artists are there in the day. But then again, what would I know? I'm not a con artist in real life. Too much stress for me. I'm kidding, of course. And there is an azalea. Azalea? I don't know how. I forget how that's pronounced. And because it is spring, all the snow is melting. This snowman and all that is falling to bits. Well, that wasn't scary at all, was it? The lightning come down on the house. There we go, we got bills. They're 400. They are slowly going up every day. The more stuff I put in the house, of course. I'd be interested to know how the bills are actually calculated every couple of days. It's quite an interesting thing to find out. There we go. Madison is now sore from all her exercise, but she's well rested. And she can eat some of those leftovers as well, save them from going bad. Days to aging up 38. I do have to remember now that aging is switched on. Now, since we got some leftover money to burn, and quite a bit to go and enjoy ourselves with, I think it's time Madison went to take a trip downtown. Now, where is she going? She's going to the grocery store. While Boris goes to work. He needs to take it a little bit easy. He really needs to take it easy. He does work himself a little bit too hard sometimes. I'm sure that is probably one of her accomplices. She can't acknowledge that on the street, though. They're not supposed to know each other. Now, she is going to buy some food that she can grow. I'm trying to think of the ones which are typically all year round. And I'm pretty sure potatoes in real life are a pretty good bet. So we get 10 potatoes. Get some onions. I mean, these are relatively inexpensive, so I'm pretty sure you can grow lettuce pretty much any time in the year. She's really getting into this gardening thing, isn't she? There we go. She can head off home. Beautiful. And using those books that her boyfriend... Exercise motion. Oh, for her challenge. Using those books that her boyfriend has gifted her, she can sit and read her gardening manuals. So she's not as quick a learner as Boris is, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers. She will get there when she gets there. Oh, this room is dirty. It's fine though, Boris can deal with all that when he gets home. I mean, he is enjoying work, don't get me wrong. He does quite like being an educator. That's it. 392. See, that's more like it. You know, works for 6 hours, 60. If you just round it up to 60, well, no, 7 hours work even. About 420 quid there. So he's actually earned what I would relatively expect. Whoop. So I don't know how the car just teleported to Boris, but hey. Pay the bills when you get in. Oh yeah, of course. There's a few of these things here getting really dirty. That sink is disgusting. Never forget the sink. If the room is dirty and you can't seem to see a reason, it is probably the sink. That's it. So Boris is getting used to sharing his space now. Get that point, then you can go and say hello. That's it. So she's learned her gardening skill, or at least started learning her gardening skill. Then give him a welcome home, I guess, like a good partner. I know I certainly would for my partner. Bless. How romantic. No, take a romantic picture. A sort of we've moved in together picture. How about that? Did that. Oh, it's going to be under here, isn't it? Camera. Photos. View photos. Yes. Then you can actually put them on the wall. Like that. Oh. Not there. Over there. I think you can actually turn them into, like, something else as well. But no, he can have that in the study as a reminder. A really nice picture of the two of them. That's really sweet. But let's see how she does with this gardening thing. We have enough space out the back here to give Madison her garden, I think. We have some space over this side of the house as well. I mean, this is like a bit of a patio. How are we going to do this, I wonder? Let's just put in a little bit of low shrubbery here. Like that. Oh. And then we're going to put some, I was going to say put some plants down, but let's have a similar deal to what we've got up front. We have this little kind of like log fencing here. taboo bamboo, that's it. Let's put that underneath the windows here. And we'll start on that garden that Boris, well, more Madison here really wants. So that's where I've got plants here of different colours, that's it. I mean, it is coming into spring, so just adding that little bit of colour. It's never going to go amiss. That's it. Don't want to put a giant tree in here. Or I suppose you can, really. A bit. Oh my god, that is enormous. That is nowhere. That is not what I want. Don't want a tree that big for the garden. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Oh my god, you need 5 gardening to plant potatoes. Holy damn. Okay. In that case, she can get started with these lettuce of hers. 5 to plant onions. Beans, apples, ginseng. Okay, we'll start with the lettuce. She's keen to get started on that. While she's going to do her garden, Boris can go and put together some dinner. Some tofu dogs. He hasn't made those before. Wow, you get a lot of experience for planting stuff. Who knows, maybe one day I'll become a bit of a green thumb. I can't say gardening is in my real life hobbies, I tell you. Can't think of anything more dull. But then again, I live in an apartment on the 4th floor of a block. Like, the chance of me having a garden or growing anything is pretty slim. Should be prepared to fertilise, weed water and talk to every plant she encounters. Go forth, Madison, with spade in hand. Of course. She's definitely going to need to get a big garden for this. Yeah, she might be able to make a living and not have to go and con people out of their money for a living. Now that would be a thought. There we go. That is one thing as well. Gardening does make your sim very, very smelly. Put it that way. Go read that lovely gardening manual that Boris was kind enough to buy her. There you go. I mean, it is pretty early already, but Boris is getting tired. Getting real tired. Oh, he's already read that one. Oh yeah, she definitely needs to get a very quick shower before she goes to work. Boris just needs to get some damn sleep. Damn. But she's got plenty of energy, like, she'll be alright. That's it. Ooh, place is getting dirty. Oh yeah, because she has doesn't have steel bladder. Yeah, she actually has to use a bathroom. Boris does not. He doesn't have the. He doesn't have a weak bladder like everyone else in the game. Yeah, Boris never has to go to the loo. Not ever. I mean, she's doing okay at her job, but it could be better. But then again, I don't really want my Sims to get promoted. Don't know if that's bad. There we go. Yeah, she can go to work. She's got, you know, things to do. I mean, her job performance is going up, but it is going to go up very, very slowly with what her things are at the moment. I don't. She's off on Wednesday, so she'll have days off when Boris is not. Let me just skip to the morning here, guys. I'll be back in a moment. We'll have one more day before we wrap it up for the episode. See you guys in a moment. And we are back. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. I made Madison do a jog home so that she could get her device filled up. But it is 5 o'clock in the morning. It is way too late to be visiting anyone. However, I have just noticed that next door is now empty. The guanacos have moved out. So where the fuck the guanacos have moved to now, I don't know. Let us do a little bit of investigation here. I figured it is an hour and a quarter, so I think after these episodes it's worth doing a little recce of the neighbourhood. So if I go edit out and save the town, let's just have a quick recce around and we'll see what exactly has happened in terms of where people live and, you know, all that yada 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 cool stuff. So we're going to save and we're going to find out what's going on. So of course we have the Petrenkos, or rather Petrenko and Van Watson. Sakamoto hasn't really changed that much. Merrill is, I say, a new person. He's obviously one of the randomly generated townies. The Alvis haven't changed. Xander Clavel has obviously moved in. Kennedy Sword has not changed. Andrews. That's not changed. They've just had children together. Stanfield. I don't think we've met them yet. The Crumple Bottom Steel. Looks like they've obviously divorced. The Hearts are as they should be. I think Bebe is a day or two off of becoming an adult. Clavel, so obviously they've split the household. And Xander has obviously moved out. Bachelor. Langrex. Does Zelda May still live though? Let's take a few moments to load these. Yes, Zelda May does. She's obviously brought Christopher into the household. Oh yeah, these houses on the top here. Harvey. Aha, that's the gentleman that Madison was interested in earlier. The French Frios have moved into this really small, kind of untidy house on the hill, and their child has grown up. Interesting. The Wainwrights, no changes there. Adkins, I don't notice any changes there. Hawley is new. We haven't met her yet. The Guanacos have moved up here into a bigger house. Not sure if that's to facilitate the fact that they're preparing for their new, their little one or something. Keaton's. Myrick. That's a new person. Haven't seen her before. I've seen her before. McIrish is obviously staying as it is. O'Neill's. I think we've seen them wandering around town before. The Fong Coffee, yeah, I've seen them. Juan, that's not really changed. Sharma, I think he or she, yeah, they've been there a while. Ursine, she's been there forever. Jelena Frio. Yeah, so the Frio household is obviously split. Clark Bull. Not seen him before. She's new, as is he. Seen them too. That's pretty standard. Polyalto now has a younger sibling. Landgrabs have another sibling. So yeah, all in all, the neighbourhood is moving. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll say as soon as the music track switches over, it goes into like a super volume. I don't know why. Yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I think we've made some really good progress. Boris has moved into the next stage of his life. He's moved in with his partner, and they now share this little house. It's only going to be upwards from here, I think. We'll see whether Boris and Madison here have meet their true happiness, or whether they get everything they need in life, or whether they crash and burn. Anything can change in The Sims, but I will see what we can do. But without further ado, thank you very much for tuning in. If you've lasted all the way to the end, just know that I love you very much. If you've got any suggestions for where the series should go, please let me know, because I do this series purely out of passion. I know the viewership on this is virtually nothing, but I love playing The Sims, and it kind of stops me just binging it and dropping it after like a month. So this series is kind of keeping me honest when it comes to playing this game. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I love you very much. Stay safe. We out. Peace.